Engines roar, the grid forms up, and the world's fastest chess match begins. F1, the movie 2025, isn't just about cars going fast. It's about people making knife-edge choices at 300 km/h, where the margin between greatness and grief is the thickness of a tire wall. In this spoiler-safe recap, we'll sketch the setup, the protagonists and rivals, the team politics, and the mechanics of strategy that turn seconds into stories, then stop well before any race-deciding moments. No final results, no last-lap twists, just the runway you need to enjoy the film on your terms. Format check. This is a pre-race briefing, not a steward's report. We outline who's who, why they matter, and how the season's pressure builds. We'll explain the cinematic rules of engagement, tires, pit windows, safety cars, team orders, so the drama reads clearly but we won't cross into the late act outcomes. Think of this as parc fermé for spoilers. A gifted but unproven driver joins a top team just as a dominant champion defends their crown, forcing both to reckon with speed, ego, and the price of chasing perfection. Our lead is a raw talent rookie promoted faster than the paddock deems safe. On Saturdays, they qualify like lightning. On Sundays, composure is the homework. The film frames their arc around three tensions: instinct versus instruction, when to ignore the delta and send it; bravery versus recklessness, how much curb is too much; and celebrity versus self, how to be the brand without losing the person. Radio snippets reveal a mind-juggling brake bias, tire deg, ERS deployment, and the weight of millions watching. If the driver is the blade, the race engineer is the hand on the hilt. Calm, clinical, and a little paternal, they translate chaos into cues. Mode push, strat 2, target +0, 2 lift and coast. Their relationship is the film's heartbeat. Tension spikes when advice and instinct diverge. Trust is built in half sentences. Copy. Understood. You are doing great. The principal balances politics with performance, soothing sponsors, managing egos, and defending decisions to the media. Alongside them, a chief strategist modeling thousands of scenarios, a head of vehicle performance chasing balance, and a crew chief who turns choreography into 2-0-second pit stops. The movie makes the wall a character, whiteboards, weather radars, and faces aging a week every lap. Opposite the rookie, a reigning champion who's seen every trick and invented a few. Smooth inputs, brutal consistency. They win by creating pressure, parking their car on the apex of your confidence. Off track, they're PR fluent but cagey, turning questions into riddles. The rivalry here is philosophical, pure pace and risk tolerance versus process, patience, and weaponized experience. No F1 story works without the other car. The protagonist's teammate is a data point and a mirror, comparable machinery, different results. Setups drift apart, strategies split, and small advantages become headlines. Team orders, those two words that launch 1,000 comment sections, arrive as ethical puzzles. Is the team bigger than the driver, and who decides where bigger ends? Air awakes ground effect, brake-by-wire energy recovery, cinematically rendered so we feel why dirty air ruins front-end bite and why a clean exit matters more than a brave entry. The chassis starts twitchy and evolves through updates. New floor, revised front wing, cooling tweaks for hot races. The montage language is mechanical poetry. Torque curves over strings, wind tunnel smoke to percussion, CAD lines dissolving into carbon fiber. Tracks are personalities. Monaco is precision in a jewelry box. Silverstone is courage at speed. Monza is low downforce purgatory. Singapore is heat and attrition. Suzuka is rhythm and respect. The movie uses unique corner profiles, hairpins, chicanes, cambers, to stage character beats. Night races glow like fever dreams. Rain turns every curb into a courtroom where bravery is cross-examined. A sudden opportunity, injury, contract drama, or a sensational junior result catapults the rookie into a front-running seat. Early success ignites expectations. One mistake multiplies critics. From here, Every session is an audition to keep the dream from ejecting the dreamer. Behind 90 minutes of free practice sit months of sim laps, neck harnesses, heat training, and diet that tastes like spreadsheets. The film respects the craft, visualizing a driver adjusting brake bias by feel, learning lift and coast to cool brakes, or toggling differential mid-corner to protect rear tires. Fitness becomes plot. Dehydration ruins judgment. Fatigue widens braking zones. Q1 traffic roulette, Q2 banker, Q3 glory. Tire prep laps, out-lap gaps, toe tactics. The camera dances with throttle traces and steering inputs, building to that final sector where purple turns to personal best, or heartbreak. Pole is not a spoiler because the film treats Saturday as character study, not prophecy. Undercut versus overcut, two-stop versus one-stop, softs that sing but fade, hards that sleep then bite. Safety car SC and virtual safety car VSC compress the field and explode the plan. Box this lap. Pit windows open, but the double stack would risk release penalties. Every call has a counterfactual the movie makes you feel. Jacks up, guns on, lollipop down, 2 seconds where 20 people breathe as one organism. A sticky wheel nut becomes a Greek tragedy in carbon fiber. Post-race, Parc Fermé is theater. Cars cooling, cameras prowling, drivers negotiating adrenaline into sentences fit for broadcast. Press conferences slice quotes into narratives. Social media recuts radio into meltdown compilations. Sponsors want access without accountability. The protagonist learns to speak fluent corporate while keeping hold of their own voice. The film treats PR not as villainy, but as another circuit you must learn to drive. Away from cameras, family texts that arrive mid-debrief, a mentor who remembers when the sport felt smaller, friendships that fray as points tables grow teeth. The movie invests in silence, engineers stripping tape from fingers, drivers sitting in darkness with only telemetry for company, so the next roar hits harder. Mid-season, a discovery reframes the path ahead. A correlation miss in the wind tunnel, a contract clause with teeth, or a rival's weakness that isn't where everyone looked. No results revealed, only the realization that the title fight is about more than speed. Resolve hardens, so does opposition. White lines matter. Track limits warnings stack like storm clouds. Unsafe release, impting and quali weaving under braking. Every infraction carries time to be paid or protested. The film shows how justice, even when fair, can feel cruel at race pace, and how drivers adapt. Take the 5 seconds now, or build a gap and serve it later under SC. Drops on the visor convert certainty into probability. Intermediates burn on a dry line. Slicks ice skate on a damp apex. Strategy becomes a faith decision. Pit now or trust a safety car. The rookie's car control meets the veteran's book of storms, and the audience learns why bravery needs margin. MGUK gremlins, gearbox dogs, overheating brakes, mechanical failures reframe courage as patience. The pit wall weighs DNFs versus championship arcs. A retirement isn't silence, it's a monologue of what-ifs. The film honors the crew whose 3 a.m. rebuilds keep hope on the grid. Swap or scrap. Let the faster car through or defend the corner that feels like a birthright. The movie poses the question without sermonizing. Sporting spirit becomes a character, sometimes benevolent, sometimes bruised. The thesis is flat out forever. It's pick the moment. Data narrows options. Instinct picks one. Courage without care is just noise. Care without courage is just waiting. The protagonist learns that greatness is less about the lap of your life and more about stringing together laps that respect physics, tires, and teammates. Crowds swell, microphones multiply, and the scoreboard starts to look like fate. Strategies split, rivalries harden, and off-track decisions threaten on-track chances. We stop at the line before outcomes lock. No final overtake, no last lap drama disclosed, only the sense that the title fight will be decided by inches and choices. Speed is filmed legibly. Long lenses compress straights. Onboard cams make brake zones feel like cliffs. Sound design toggles between cockpit muffled focus and grandstand thunder. Performances humanize visors and headsets. Editing respects geography so viewers always know who owes what to whom on track. Where do we park it? With a rookie who's learned when to lift and when to live on the knife edge. A champion who understands that dominance is rented, not owned. And a team reminded that perfection is a moving target. We've mapped the characters, systems, and stakes, leaving the checkered flag moments for you to experience when the lights go out.